Good morning from New York. It is a beautiful morning in New York City and I'm heading out for my urban hike today. I have today and tomorrow. The weather tomorrow looks a bit mixed, so I have to account for that, and that is why this morning I booked an observation deck for 9:20 a.m. So this is going to be part of my trip. I think that's where I have to go. So I have a hike planned like any other, an urban hike, and I put many points of interest on the way, but I actually do not know exactly when I'm gonna pass what. So yes, this will be fun. Yes, I am slowly beginning to realize I'm in New York City. I think I'm going to be filming tall buildings a lot today. In Germany we don't really have a lot of tall buildings, especially when I'm in Hamburg. And I really like tall buildings, so this was cool. New York is definitely the biggest city I've ever set foot in. So I figured out what the first destination is. You'll see in a moment. And your moment is a lot shorter than mine. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. This is bad luck, I guess. This is the Flatiron building. They're restoring it apparently. That was the first destination. I figured out what the next destination is. And you see it. That's the Empire State Building. We're at 5th Avenue. Marble College Church. I really love the Art Deco style, always have, and these super modern buildings in between them. And it's like they're getting taller and taller. We have these super old buildings. Really love this. This is charming. This is so pretty. I think my neck is going to be stiff by the end of this day. There's something interesting in every corner. I think I could spend a lot more than 2 days in the city. There's too much to discover. So maybe we can see it better from here. Oh boy. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Holy. Can somebody explain this to me? I'll be showing you a lot of buildings today because I'm just fascinated by them. This is great. Here we have the Grand Central Station, and behind it the Chrysler Building. We're now in Grand Central Station. This is a really pretty station, seriously. It's Never seen a train station like this. Seriously.
Watch the gap heading on and off your train.
This is crazy. Definitely worth it to get in here. This is reminiscent of a palace and not of a train station. I love it. That is the Chrysler building. There is something new being built. It has an interesting facade. I really love this city so far. And I'm way too slow. Way too slow for what I planned today. I planned a 35-kilometer hike through Manhattan. This year's the first part, and it has about 8 kilometers. I have to hurry up a bit, but I think I can manage. Speeding up, right? Nah. Here we have the Hemsley building, which is also very charming. And more awesome tall buildings. Sorry guys, I can't get enough of them. There's a lot more to come. St. Patrick's Cathedral. This is the Rockefeller Center, and on top of that there's an observation deck, and that's where I want to get up to. And for that though, I have some time left and I will continue my tour. I don't even know where to get in there. I'm just gonna try the main entrance, I guess. I'm making things too complicated. The entrance to the observation deck is actually on the north side of the building. So nobody goes here early in the morning. Well, not nobody, but not as many people as possibly in the evening. What I'm doing now, of course, is Times Square. It's close to 9 a.m. and that appears to be a good time of day to see it. Maybe I will actually come back here when it's dark, but it's cool. It's quite impressive actually. And I have Times Square almost to myself. This is so beautiful, it's unreal. There's super amazing views from here, it's incredible. It feels unreal to see it, but it's actually there. Stay up here all day. I almost got lost in the Rockefeller Center. It's really big. I'm going to walk down, I don't know, I think it's 5th Avenue, and I'm gonna head to the second part of my trip, which will be in Lower Manhattan. I'm really happy I decided to do the Rockefeller Center, the top of the rock. There are a couple of observation decks in New York, and this is among the lowest ones. It's just the 70th floor, and I think One World Trade Center is from 102nd or something. I'm not exactly sure. It's higher, so I was reluctant to choose it, but it does have an amazing view. So I think I made the right choice, because you can see all of Central Park from there, and you can see the Empire State Building, which you cannot do from the observation deck of the Empire State Building. I'm considering maybe also doing the One World Trade Center, but I'm not sure yet if I'll have the time and if the weather will play along tomorrow. People here are amazing, by the way. I have had so many wonderful conversations, little chats. It's really cool. Everyone's really polite, very friendly. The weather is awesome today. So tomorrow it's supposed to rain. I hope it doesn't, or at least not the entire time, because I actually plan on another like 35 kilometers across the city. So yeah, I've been a bit slower, but I have another 25 kilometers left, and it's just 10:45. So I should also take the time to eat something. I didn't eat anything today yet. The excitement gives me the energy to that I'm currently living on. I didn't eat anything. I had some water. Still not so much into taking breaks, but there are a couple of things I want to eat in New York as well. One of them being a bagel. So I looked up a couple of bagel shops. Oh yeah, I noticed New York is loud. It's really loud. I cannot sleep here without earplugs ever. You constantly hear those police sirens every like 10 minutes or so, and the bass noise is way louder than Hamburg. It's interesting. I don't know what that is. It's loud, it's bright, it's vibrant. I don't know what words to choose for this, but it's more, and I like it. It's very exciting. More under construction. I think I'm almost there. I think I'm almost at my next destination. So unfortunately, this thing is closed. They closed it because too many people attempted suicide up there, and now unfortunately they closed it for everyone. Very much look forward to this. I'm now taking the walk through the Highline Park. The Highline Park was built on top of an old abandoned railroad, so it has an elevated level, and you get fantastic views over the city. Here, for instance. First trees that show a sign of autumn. It is September 17th. I have 2 weeks here in the US. All of them will be spent in the state of New York. And the day after tomorrow, I will leave New York City for Oswego in upstate New York. So that was the High Line, and definitely a highlight. I just picked a bagel shop. The last time I ate something was actually on the airplane, and that's, well, it was yesterday. Time for lunch. That bagel is amazing. It's with smoked salmon, with cream cheese, fresh onions, tomato. It was exactly what I just needed. Let's continue to Lower Manhattan. That's a cool building. That's pretty cool. Should remove those stains on there. Handprints. We should make this really, really shiny, like perfect. That's where we're heading. Police checkpoint and heightened security here near the 9/11 memorial. Let me check out this thing first. Wow. This is also called the Oculus. Maybe some sort of shopping mall slash subway station. I'm not sure, but it's cool. That was the new World Trade Center, and I'm thinking about maybe if I have time on my last day in the US, where I have like 10 hours between flights, maybe I can do the observation deck up there. It's kind of my favorite thing right now that I think may be cool to do in that time period. These people are all standing in line to get a picture of themselves touching the bull's balls. This is odd. Anyway, that's the bull. I missed the girl. Sad that the girl is gone. that was the Statue of Liberty, but I'm not sure that was visible at all. So I'm gonna see if I can get a bit closer. So we're gonna ride the Staten Island ferry, which is a free ferry. So the next one is due to arrive or leave in 15 minutes. I will go to Staten Island and then get the next ferry back. The whole thing will cost me around 1 hour time. I have to think in hours because I have so much left to do.
For the Staten Island ferry. The ferry is preparing to depart.
That was cool. I'm not sure if you can see so much on the camera, but it's absolutely worth it. If you come to New York, ride the Staten Island ferry. It's completely free, and I'm just gonna take the next one back, which will leave in like 5 minutes or so. I actually thought the skyline that you could see from the ferry was more impressive than the Statue of Liberty. Now I see an ice cream stand. There's increased security in the city because tomorrow there's going to be a UN assembly. It's going to be for a couple of days. So there are a couple of people coming, of course, President Biden and also other heads of states, right? So there's going to be a lot of closed streets around the area. I think I have nothing left that I wanted to see near the UN headquarters, except maybe the UN headquarters. So we are now in the financial district. This is a really interesting flair here. You get these narrow streets with high-rise buildings at the side. This is cool. I think right up there is Wall Street. It's 4:30 right now, and the weather is changing, and it's supposed to rain later tonight, like 7 p.m. or something. But I would prefer anyway to be done with my tour when the sun sets. So after that I may go to eat somewhere. That's Wall Street. Once again, a really narrow road and high-rise buildings. Really interesting combination. Alright, we've seen a lot of Manhattan today. Let's head to Brooklyn. Of course, via the Brooklyn Bridge. As always, probably hopelessly overcrowded. Small trip into Brooklyn. I will come back here tomorrow according to my plan. Now I will only try to get a view of the city skyline, and I will attempt to return on the Manhattan Bridge. Photoshop remove people. Let me check my map. Oh, we should go the other direction. figure out how to get up there. High up. There's actually a bigger park here that I want to explore tomorrow. I hope the weather will allow for this. Right now I have to adhere to my schedule today, or else I will not make it before sunset. Next on my list is trying to get over the Manhattan Bridge. That's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's quite an impressive bridge and very high up, which also means I have to go very far in that direction to actually get on it. Impatient drivers. You don't have this in Germany. There was a small traffic jam back there, or a bigger one, I don't know. Or maybe it lasted longer, but people are pissed. Okay, I think I've found a way to get up there. So I'm getting closer, as you can see. Not nearly as crowded as the other bridge. Stop. New York makes a lot of noises. Chinatown. All right. The sun is setting in a couple of minutes, so we're back in the financial district. It's starting to rain, and I need food. Alright, found a super popular pizza spot, Joe's Pizza. Apparently it's famous. This is gonna be my dinner. Looks delicious. Okay, that pizza place is really good. Found it by accident, but apparently it's one of the best pizza places in New York. That's great. Now, I'm gonna try to take the subway. Doesn't get easier than that. It's very hot. The station here is Fulton Street. Of course, this was wrong, so I had to change the platform. It's loud and it's hot. Reached my destination. I hope you enjoyed my urban hike today. I think it was around 28 to 30 kilometers. It would have been longer. I planned it for like 35, but I cut it short with the subway. But it was a great experience. There was no way I would have left New York without at least attempting to ride the subway at some point. All right, good night, and I hope I'll see you next time.